Good morning, and welcome to Good News for today, February 23rd. My name is Tim,
My name is Nikki.
and our reading today is from John, chapter 11, verses 45 to 54. And I'm just going to bring those up now so that Nikki can read them for us.
Therefore, many of the Jews who had come to visit Mary and had seen what Jesus did believed in him. But some of them went to the Pharisees and told them what Jesus had done. Then the chief priests and the Pharisees called a meeting of the Sanhedrin. "What are we accomplishing?" they asked. "Here is this man performing many signs. If we let him go on like this, everyone will believe in him, and then the Romans will come and take away both our temple and our nation." Then one of them, named Caiaphas, who was high priest that year, spoke up. "You know nothing at all. You do not realize that it is better for you that one man die for the people than that the whole nation perish." He did not say this on his own, but as high priest that year he prophesied that Jesus would die for the Jewish nation, and not only for that nation, but also for the scattered children of God, to bring them together and make them one. So from that day on, they plotted to take his life. Therefore, Jesus no longer moved about publicly among the people of Judea. Instead, he withdrew to a region near the wilderness, to a village called Ephraim, where he stayed with his disciples. The word of the Lord.
Thanks be to God. That passage begins with the word therefore, and if you read just ahead of that in John, this follows immediately upon Jesus raising Lazarus from the dead, which was perhaps a miracle among miracles. I mean, I can't think of anything more miraculous in Scripture besides the raising of Christ himself from the dead. Here's a man that died and he was 4 days, I think, in the tomb, and Jesus raised him from the dead. Actually, that portion of Scripture just ahead of this includes the shortest verse in the Bible. Jesus wept. Rather than comment on this myself, I've decided that I would just like to look at what Bible commentary has to say about this. I'm getting my information, both what I'm showing you from the Scripture and also from the commentary from the BibleGateway.com. As in the case of other works of Jesus, Jewish reactions to this miracle were mixed. Some believed, but others carried the story to the Pharisees, who called an emergency meeting of the governing council. Interesting how in this story as well, some people, even though Jesus probably, if he followed the same pattern that he had in others of his miracles, might have advised them not to tell anyone, the word got out. And so out of this undoubtedly turbulent meeting came the final plot against Jesus. These guys, the Pharisees and the Sadducees, but I think they were together, the governing council, I think, was a combination of Pharisees and Sadducees. And they were out to get him. And this resulted in the final plot. Their concern was that, as it reads here, there was only one item on the agenda: what to do about Jesus. To leave him unchecked raised the twin dangers of mass conversion to Jesus and destruction by the Romans of all the Jews held dear. The irony is that by crucifying him, they precipitated both things. Though most of that tale is beyond the scope of John, Caiaphas touched on the part of it in his unwitting prophecy, namely the worldwide mission of the church. I found it intriguing that in this passage of Scripture, Caiaphas it is claimed that Caiaphas in the year past prophesied that Jesus would die for the whole world, and not just for the people of Israel. So in the face of this threat, Jesus withdrew. I would just like to encourage you to ponder this yourself. I have been doing so for today, and it gives us lots to think about. And with that, I think I'll have Nikki close for us, and we'll be on our way.
So, whatever you read in the Bible, it's all about love, right? So, I thought I would close with a passage on love in 1 Corinthians. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast. It is not proud, it is not rude, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. And the love of Christ, the love of God, is unfailing and unconditional. And February is kind of the month of love. We just had Valentine's Day, and we're looking forward to Lent and the celebration of Easter, which will happen soon here. So I encourage you to focus on love. Thanks again for joining us, and have a great week.
I just was reminded when Nikki was speaking there of the verse that says, I'm probably going to sound a little bit King James Version, greater love has no man than this, that a man would lay down his life for his fellow man. Yes, love is the answer to all of the legalism of the Pharisees. Have a great day, folks, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for joining us.
Yes, bye for now.